Um, the Justice Center project is proceeding very well, and I'd like to start out, we have Brandon Whipple here with CORE, who's gonna give you an update. And I noticed that Ken Gallegos is on the phone, who is our architect. I'd like to publicly commend both of these companies. This project has been going very, very, very well, and it has been in large part due to the professionalism for both of these companies that are working on with the county on this project. So I'd like to go ahead and have Brandon go ahead and give you a project update as to our progress, and I'll wrap things up at the end after he and Ken would like with the financial update.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. It's easy to be biased and say the project's going well, but it's nice to hear it from you guys, and I'm sure Lori and Scott and those that have come by can also attest to whether the project's going well or not in their eyes. Kind of first off is saying thank you to you guys. Thank you for letting us work here, and thank you for the support and how well the project's gone because of the team and because of the board members and those that sit in our weekly meetings and help make decisions and help things kind of keep progressing. So thank you, and also to invite you, members that haven't come to see the building, please let me know when you want to come by and see the progress and see what's going on, and also see what's behind the walls before everything's kind of covered up. Had a few, Mike is by quite a bit, Lori's by every week, as well as Elizabeth. So for you that haven't been by, please come see us. And let us know what works for you. We'll make it work. It doesn't have to be a hard process. Just let us know. We'll show you around. Just for progress for the building, the jail, all the jail cells are built within all the pods. We're doing doors on the cells themselves right now, and we're working on overhead rough-in for all the electrical, plumbing, and mechanical systems, as well as in the front of each of the cells is a chase to where all the plumbing and HVAC is accessed. We're working on getting all those 100%, and have started painting in the jail. So the jail is progressing. We're ahead of schedule in the jail, and on purpose. We are trying to get moved out of the jail and get the sheriff's team moved in July, so that it gives us a few months to do the renovations that we need to do inside of the sheriff's building with the dispatch area. So we've purposely kind of accelerated those schedule activities to try and get done earlier, to allow us time to finish on time with what we contractually have with you guys. For the courthouse, we are painted out for about 50% of the building right now. We are waiting on tomorrow. We're putting in some bullet-resistant panels below all the transaction windows, and so we're waiting on those so we can finish painting the first floor and are painting on the second floor. The ceilings are getting framed in, and are looking to start doing grid ceilings come March. Come March, we're going to start doing a lot of the electronic systems for like door controls, cameras, a lot of the smarts and parts. Those guys will be coming in March and trying to get that stuff installed. And we're progressing kind of into finishes, full bore. Later this month we'll be doing stainless steel handrail around the main stair and some of the prettier stuff. Elevators are due at the end of February, beginning of March. Everything's kind of going really, really well, so we're appreciating the weather, appreciate you guys holding the weather off for us. It's a really dry year, so it's been nice, even though we're already dried in. I guess we can have some weather now, but it's been pretty tempting to try and get an early start on site work, but we know as soon as we do, it's gonna hit us with a bad storm. So we're ready for spring, and we'll start getting all the asphalt and all the outside looking pretty. Metal panels we're still gonna plan on doing on the front of the building where the columns are. You see that from the street. We're gonna plan on still doing that this winter, though, as soon as they come in. Is there any questions for schedule?
On your time frame, way back, we were looking at December, and we got a report, might be October now, it might even be a little bit better, but are you moving forward to utilizing as quickly as you can possibly get done? So that, I'm glad to hear, I hadn't heard that before, about maybe get the sheriff's office moved into the new facility and being able to start on that during the summer, so that we can get our other people out of the courthouse and into that in a timely fashion before winter sets next year. So, and one other question, about how many employees and different contractors do you have working in there right now know you had a lot for the outside, but the interior,
We've got about 40 guys interior right now. Just electricians alone, we have 17. There's quite a bit. There's a lot of painters and framers and drywall guys as well. Those are kind of our two big right now. But there's about 40, I guess, and then we have probably 5 or 6 different companies that are working right now just on finishes and interior stuff. But to answer your first question, yeah, we're still progressing really well schedule-wise, and we'll be done before our contractual dates, which is September for substantial and October for final. We'll be done before that.
and one last comment, because I'm around town and doing other things. You know, different companies come in and we spoke about this before the project started. We have a lot of nonprofits, a lot of stuff that happens locally. And when we get contractors and miners and stuff like that, and we really, this community appreciates anything that can be done, and I try to stay focused when I can to get the word out that, you know, we have a 4-H program, we have a girls basketball, whatever we got, and things that Core has been here by the time they end, almost 2 years, along with what they had with the pool. So it's just kind of a bug in your ear, and it's just because it's me, if you could reach out, if somehow let the community know that, yeah, Core's not just taking the money and running, we're here to support the community, because that's important to me, and I think it's important to everybody on this commission, and, you know, we can't fund everything personally as the county, and you've heard about our budget woes for the coming up, but please, if you get the opportunity, and help out, when you can, it's not the contract's done, so it's just something that would be personal for Core Construction to add a little bit of support to the community.
Yeah, 100%. Been working here for the last 7 years, actually, since 2013.
It's been a while.
Personally, as well as Core, but we're always open to opportunities. We have donated to a lot of different things. Last year was a little bit different because we didn't get to have things like the Christmas tree thing, which we usually donated to Riyadh and a few other organizations that we normally do. But I know, I don't hear about all of them because Seth does a lot of it, but I know we did do the fire department again this year, and anything that comes up, always they look at what they can donate to.
Anybody else got a comment or any? I really am happy you guys are that far ahead, and we can really get moving with our courthouse people, our jail people. It's really good.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was just gonna say that the offices are already have picked out, or some of them might still be in the process of picking out their furniture.
Perfect.
I mean, it's really moving along. The absolute joy, safety has been, and quality control has been absolutely awesome.
Thank you. We try to focus on those things. So.
Okay, thanks again. Anybody else got a comment? We really appreciate Core and all they've done for White Pine County, from the pool and everything else. Been a good partner.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Just one last thing, it's just financials on my side is things have been really good as well as for financials. We're not over budget in any way for anything construction related, and actually our contingencies and allowances are really, really healthy. And continuing to try and trend that way so that we can buy out better things and more scope on the project for White Pine County, and to use those contingencies that may have been for construction costs, but to use them towards owner options. So, excellent. And thanks, Ken, if you can hear me.
And
Thank you.
I'd like to invite Ken Gallegos, who's with Lombard Conrad Architects, and he's on the phone. If he has any updates or anything on this project, he'd like to share as well.
Yeah, can you hear me? This is Ken.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, great, thanks. Ken Gallegos, Lombard Conrad Architects, I'm the project architect. I hate to reiterate everything that everybody was saying, but we're currently programming another courthouse and really using the White Pine and a lot of the features out of that because it turned out so well during design and coordinating with Core Construction, getting things down very efficient as far as space-wise and cost-wise go. So I think we're going to have a really good building. One thing I wanted to mention with Elizabeth as well as Brandon is you two people that are very budget conscious on this project, and everything is very transparent to what the costs are. And that's really good from an owner standpoint as well as a contractor standpoint. Core's end, I get a little nervous when I don't get calls from contractors multiple times a week or multiple times a day. Core contacts me once, maybe every 2 weeks, or a couple times every 2 weeks, because they are doing such a great job and so efficient at what they're doing. They take care of issues before they need to be brought to my attention, which I certainly appreciate. This project is going well. I really appreciate working in White Pine County. We've done other work here, and we hope to continue doing future work as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Ken. And again, like I said, outstanding job between the architect and the construction manager, and I'm very pleased.
Absolutely.
Then I'd
And
like,
Elizabeth.
well, it's a full county team. One of the things I'd like to go through now, as to wrap this up, like I said earlier, is the financial update on it. And I did hand out a spreadsheet at the beginning of the meeting. There are copies in the back for the public that shows where we are. And so it shows where we are as far as utilization of revenues and where we are as far as utilization of expenditures. Starting with the utilization of revenues, we have utilized approximately 19 million of local funds. We have utilized the $5 million appropriation from the state of Nevada legislature, and we have utilized $1 million of the Red Lake loan through the USDA. We are about ready to start capping that final piece of the loan, the $9.1 million through the USDA. So our revenues are in great shape. We've got all the funding we need for the project. On the expenditure side, we have spent about $10,705,000 and construction costs on the courthouse portion, and $1.4 million for non-construction costs. That would be your architect and permitting and looking at the independent contractor inspections, those type of things are non-construction costs. And on the jail and public safety building, so far in construction costs, we've had about $7.2 million and about $699,000 in non-construction costs. So our total year-to-date, or from the project inception to date, is $20,126,623. So, of the amounts that we budgeted initially, which was the $34.4 million, we are still on target to come in within that amount. The only exception to that being is I asked for $160,000 for security upgrades throughout the courthouse. And we do plan to value engineer that at the backside. Like I said, we're planning, as Brandon indicated, our contingencies are very healthy at this point, and we do believe that we should be able to get that into the project, but I can't legally commit funds without having that resource available on the front end. So, then I want to, for full disclosure, remind you of what you authorize us to utilize that are not part of the project, but related to it. And this is pretty much professional services to assist county staff. So, you authorized an owner's representative for $102,000. You authorized finance consulting for the debt service. That was JNA Consulting for $35,000. And you authorized one maintenance worker for the duration of the project, so we could do our daily inspections as the owner, and that's about $78,000. So those are related costs that when we requested them outside the scope of the project, that you have authorized. So having said all that, are there any questions?
I just wanna say, with what you've given us and your ability to maintain this budget, to quell all the rumors, because that's what I really get tired of, is we're 2 million, 4 million over. You certainly, with the presentation by Core and by Mr. Glaze and by you, I hope quieted that kind of crap, because we're not in that position. We're running right perfect, and that's because of your hard work and the work of all the rest. So the rumors that fly out that we're doing this, that, and the other, we're not. You're doing a great job. And Core and our architect are all staying within budget of what we approved and what was out there in the public. And that garbage that comes out, I heard this rumor, it ain't a rumor. You've told us exactly what's going on, we're within budget, and enough of it. So I really appreciate the fact that you come up in front of this commission and lay it out in layman's terms, and we know exactly what's going on. You're doing a great job, Core is, and so is our architect. So let's just leave that where it's at, no more. We're doing fine, and I think that's important to let out to the public. No more rumor talk, that's it. So thank you very much.
And then one final thing, if you have not been through and toured the facility, you really need to get out there and see what we're doing on this project, where we're at. It is a magnificent project, and you should take a half hour of your time and go out and take a look.
I will tell you, I had a conversation after Judge Capez and his wife went through, and he said it was just beautiful, and it almost made him want to go back to work. That's what he said.
Does anyone else on the commission have something they'd like to add?
I want to go ahead and I want to thank the Public Works, because they've been there, they've been diligent. Bill Calderwood attends the meeting, and they have a great working relationship also with Core, and that has allowed things to really continue to go smoothly.
Yeah,
And
I
catch
agree.
things before they ever become a thing.
Yes, and that's why I said, it's not me,
Great
it's the
team.
whole team with
Great
the county working to make this project happen, so thanks, Bill.
And thank you all, I appreciate it.
Is anybody else, Brandon, is there an opportunity this afternoon or tomorrow morning for,
Either one's fine.
you tell me what time?
Do you wanna do it today?
Sure.
Yeah, we're there until 4:35.
So if I come by, what, 3 o'clock?
That'd be perfect.
All right, I'll see you
I'll
at 3
put it in
o'clock.
my schedule right now.
Okay, great.
Yeah, for anybody else that would like to come by, just anytime works, just let me know.
Okay, thank you very much. Without any further updates from the commissioner or anything else, Justice Center project, appreciate it all. So we're gonna move on, we have a 10:45.
This has been a Georgetown production. George Chachis reporting.